अच्छा जी, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आज के सेशन का आगाज़ हम करते हैं। आज के सेशन का जो टॉपिक है वो है टेक फॉर स्टार्टअप्स। पिछले कोहॉर्ट के अंदर भी हमने इस टॉपिक को इस मकसद के लिए शामिल किया था कि जो टेक्नोलॉजी साइड ऑफ द स्टार्टअप्स है उसको, उसकी नॉलेज को, उसके नो हाउ को हम समझ सके। तो उसपे भी हमारे मेंटोर ने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से एक्सप्लेन किया था। आज का जो मेंटोर है वो किसी तारुफ का मोहताज नहीं है। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसका जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो मोर देन 20 इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस इन आईटी सेक्टर। He is a professional of 20 plus years of progressive experience in strategic leadership role, or he is also a cybersecurity strategy advisor, founding member of Aspire Pakistan, and also applied Gen AI um, advisor to the board. So we are starting the today's session, and respected Rafeeq, Rehman Saab, the floor is yours.
Okay, ji, very good. Thank you much. Uh, and welcome everybody. If anybody during the conversation, if anybody needs to ask any question, just let me know. और उसमें ये है कि you can speak Urdu, Punjabi, English, जिसमें भी आप comfortable feel करते हैं. So there is no restriction. As far as myself, just because of habit, I would be switching between different languages. So just apologies in advance. अगर किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो ज़रूर मुझे बता दीजिएगा.
जी
Let me share my slide deck.
जी, तो बाकी तमाम पार्टिसिपेंट से ये रिक्वेस्ट, जिस तरह रफ़ीक साहब ने हमें बता दिया, तो ड्यूरिंग दिस सेशन जो सेशन जारी होता है, तो आपका जो अगर कोई भी क्वेरी हो तो आप हैंड रेज़ कर सकते हैं। हम आपको ड्यूरिंग दिस सेशन भी रफ़ीक साहब क्वेश्चन ले लेंगे, और एंड ऑफ द सेशन भी हम Q&A जो हमारा सेशन होगा इसके अंदर भी आप क्वेश्चन भी कर सकते हैं। चैट का ऑप्शन भी आपका इनेबल है, तो आप सब लोग चैट के अंदर भी अपने क्वेश्चन डाल सकते हैं। वी विल एड्रेस एंड ऑफ द सेशन।
ठीक है, वेरी गुड. और ये हो सकता है कि ड्यूरिंग प्रेजेंटेशन मुझे चूँकि आई कैन नॉट सी एवरीबॉडी और चैट विंडो, तो आई मे नॉट पे अटेंशन. तो इज़हारुल्लाह आप देखते रहिएगा. अगर आपने मुझे स्टॉप करना हो तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा.
परफेक्ट सर, परफेक्ट। थैंक यू सर।
ठीक ठीक है, चलें जी, वेरी गुड. जैसे इज़हारुल्लाह ने बताया, लिटिल बिट इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ माई सेल्फ. मैं UET लाहौर से अंडर ग्रेड और मास्टर्स डिग्री इन इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग 90s में. For last 26-27 years I am based in US. यहाँ पे डिफरेंट कंपनीज के साथ मैं काम करता हूँ. लेटेस्ट एक लार्ज टेलीकॉम कंपनी जैसे पाकिस्तान में टेलीनॉर या PTCL, इस तरह की 3 लार्ज कंपनीज हैं यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में. तो फॉर लार्ज 14-15 years I am with one of them. Experience के point of view से I have been part of a couple of startups. I co-founded my first startup in Pakistan before leaving for United States. I have been part of some startups here as well. मेरा particular focus computer networking, security and general IT technologies है. और Aspire के साथ right from the beginning I have been part of it. पाक एंजल्स का अगर आपने नाम सुना हो तो आई हैव बीन वर्किंग विद अनवर खान साहब ऑन पाक एंजल्स साइड एज वेल. तो आज की जो मेरी डिस्कशन, आई वुड ट्राई टू मेक इट शॉर्टर सो दैट वी कैन हैव मोर ऑफ अ कन्वर्सेशन लेटर ऑन. जो चीज़ें मेरे कवर करने वाली हैं उनमें से हो सकता है काफ़ी सारी चीज़ों का आपको पहले से अंदाज़ा हो, एंड इट इज़ पॉसिबल कि कुछ चीज़ें जो मैं आपको प्रेजेंट करूँगा यू मे ऑलरेडी बी यूजिंग इट. My purpose is by the end of this session, if you can find one new thing or one action item, I think that would be a success for this session. मेरा focus जो है वो सिर्फ इस चीज़ के ऊपर होगा, tools, technologies जो हम स्टार्टअप के बिजनेस को मैनेज करने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. मेरा फोकस इस चीज़ के ऊपर नहीं है कि हाउ टू डेवलप योर प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज. सो दैट्स अ सेपरेट कन्वर्सेशन. आई एम श्योर अदर सेशंस में उसके ऊपर काफ़ी सारी बात होती रहती है. But this particular topic is only about how to use technology to better manage the business side of your startup. So let's start with this. समरी और टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट्स ये है कि सिर्फ एक स्लाइड के ऊपर मैं थोड़ी सी आपसे बात करूंगा. आई बिलीव के यू मे हैव सीन वन ऑफ द डायग्राम के मैच्योरिटी के पर्सपेक्टिव से स्टार्टअप्स किन डिफरेंट लेवल से गुजरती हैं. उसमें हम फंक्शनल एरिया स्टार्टअप को देखेंगे. फिर नंबर 3 एक्चुअली दैट इज मेन फोकस के टूल्स क्या हैं डिफरेंट मैच्योरिटी लेवल्स के लिए. सम ऑफ दीज टूल्स मे बी रेलेवेंट एट specific or particular levels, not like all levels of maturity. और लास्ट में हम ये देखेंगे कि आपकी सक्सेस के लिए 3-4 टिप्स हैं जो मैं आपके साथ शेयर करूंगा. I am going to start with this idea that many of the people, this conversation comes up कि हमारे पास एक आइडिया बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन उस आइडिया को प्रोडक्ट तक ले जाने के लिए बहुत सारी कन्वर्सेशन और बहुत सारे स्टेप्स से आपको गुजरना पड़ता है. ये एक वीडियो आई विल शेयर द लिंक विद यू एज वेल. आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ इट इज़ गोइंग टू वर्क वेल, बट आई विल ट्राई. लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग ये समझते हैं कि अगर हमने आइडिया किसी और के साथ शेयर किया तो दे विल स्टील योर आइडिया. सो दिस इज काइंड ऑफ लाइक एन ऑनगोइंग डिबेट फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम. रिकमेंडेशन आपके लिए ये है कि अगर आपके पास कोई प्रोडक्ट का आइडिया, इवन व्हेन यू आर इन द इनिशियल स्टेजेस, make sure you start sharing your idea with other people. That's the only way you are going to get feedback, you are going to refine your idea, and you are going to build product. Don't worry about because someone else is going to take your idea and build product on it. Idea is, as some people would say, idea is worthless. The execution on the idea is the most important thing. So let me see if this video works online and you can hear it. If it doesn't work, then I will just share the link with you. It is available on YouTube, so you will get to watch it. I think this is something that I have watched many times and probably you will find useful as well. So let's try. Please, many times the idea that we start with is very different than the product that we ultimately build. And there is a lot of craftsmanship in the middle. And just by having some idea, it doesn't mean that you are going to build a good product that people are actually going to buy. So don't um, don't feel like you have to keep your idea secret. Go ahead and share it with other people. It's only you. If you have the passion and if you have the craftsmanship and if you have the grit, only you would be able to turn it into product. It's not an easy job. So that's something like you should always keep in mind while you're working on your startup companies and your ideas. This is what I'm showing you right now. This is a slide that I have actually stolen from one of other founding member of Aspire. His name is Naeem Zafar. Probably if you have been to one of his sessions, he showed this slide deck, and it basically gives you an idea about different stages when you start from idea to creating a product and actually scaling and selling it. It goes through different stages, and some of these stages are listed here. His thought was about like what kind of funding you are going to raise at different stages and what it means. My purpose is not that. My purpose is not to tell you about raising funds. My purpose is just to give you an idea and sharing the same information that you may have seen in a different context. कि जब आप different stages से गुजरते हैं तो you will be using different tools to manage your startup organization, to manage your business. And tools that you're using for prototyping at that stage may be a little bit different than tools you are using at the product development. And then it may be a little bit different when you go to market. When you go to market, you have to take care of, for example, customer service. You have to take care of creating accounts, and you have to create invoices and get payments and things like that. So just keep that in mind that everything that we talk about in this presentation, you don't have to use all those things at the same time. Just be aware of that, which stage you are in and what is the right tool for you to use in that particular stage. Okay, so let's talk about quickly about Gen AI. I'm sure everybody is aware of. I'm not here to tell you what Gen AI is or how to use it or how to use it in your products and why it is so much beneficial, I'm just going to tell you one thing, that if you are not using generative AI tools to manage your business, you are missing out on a lot of things. Generative AI tools that are built by others, chatbots, other online tools that will enable you to faster your growth. It will enable you to make your time to market very quick. It will help you create a lot of very good content. In just like 3-4 years ago, people used to pay a lot of money to marketing companies, and they had to build this content that was beautiful, that looked good, that people like to read and interact with. So there are a lot of things that you can use generative AI for. So my first advice to everybody is that if you are not using Gen AI tools, look into how you can start using it. If you're already using Gen AI tools, look into what other Gen AI tools are available that you can utilize for. So that's my first advice. Uh, Second advice to everybody is that think about what are the essential technologies that you're going to use in all of your stages. No matter if you are just starting with an idea or if you are scaling your product to go to more markets where you have not been. Um, Typically, there are two camps. One camp is that you are going to use tools that are built by one vendor and they work with each other. They are very much integrated. So that is the platform approach. And basic idea of platform approach is that you use tools from one vendor because it is easier and it is integrated and you don't need to copy data from one tool to another tool and things like that. Google Workspace Suite is one of those. I would strongly advise, if you are in that camp and in your early stages and you don't want to utilize too many tools or learn too many tools, go to Google Workspace Suite. And that will give you all of these tools in one place. Actually, more than that, I have not listed everything. The other camp is where people want to use tools that they call best of the breed. For example, you may be using a tool for messaging that is best of the breed. You are using a tool for, let's say, for conference calls and online meeting. Let's say you are using Zoom, that is best of the breed. So if you're going into that best of the breed mindset, then you may be using like 4 or 5 tools. My advice would be that even in that case, don't go to too many companies. Don't think about using more than 3 to 4 tools from different vendors. Otherwise, you will be always copying, pasting data and not having consistency in one place and wasting a lot of time in managing tools instead of doing your business. As far as the Google Workspace is concerned, I have listed, as you can see, many of these tools. Google Drive is very good for sharing your documents and working with your team. Similarly, I myself use Google Forms all the time for surveys, for registering people, for example, for my events. And conducting research. There's a lot of ways these Google Forms could be used. I have seen many people actually using Google Forms to take payments online. So that could be one way of doing it. Similarly, last number 7, I'm not going to go through each one of these because you know many of these already. Google Calendar. I use Google Calendar not only for like my own appointments, but there are options in Google Calendar where you can have other people book appointments with you. So, for example, if you want to book an appointment with me over the weekend for half an hour, you can go to Google Calendar URL that I provide you and pick a time that works for you. So I would say if you are not using, at least explore Google Workspace and see if this is something that would solve probably 90% of your needs for your startup. Okay. Third thing that I would point out to you, that this is another Google tool. Many people are not aware of it. It is called Looker Studio. And Looker Studio, as you can see on the right-hand side, It is basically a data analytics and reporting tool. It is free. Anybody who has Google account can utilize it. You don't even need to subscribe to the bigger paid suite of, even if you are like free Google Gmail user or Google Docs user, you can still use Looker Studio. There are many examples on the Looker Studio webpage, which is listed lookerstudio.google.com. And these examples will get you started about how to utilize your data to create beautiful graphs and web pages that you can integrate with your websites as well. In the backend, you can use, for example, Google spreadsheets as the data source. You can use many of the databases as data sources and so on. So there is a lot of options. If you have not explored Looker Studio, I would strongly suggest to start looking into it. That would be helpful, not only creating your internal reports and measuring your internal success, but also showing some data to your customers through your website. So that's my third recommendation. Look into Looker Studio. My fourth recommendation is about the accounting system. So this is something that I would say start sooner than later. Many of you, if you're not available about, if you're not aware of what the double entry accounting system is, this would be a good idea to learn double entry accounting system. Double entry accounting system, basically, what it does for you is that every time you make an entry for your accounting, like money going from one place to another place, that entry is made in two accounts at the same time. One account from where the money is coming out, the other account where the money is going to. And double entry accounting system saves you a lot of time and a lot of pain down the road, because when you are creating your uh, different reports like cash flow reports or income statements and things like that, double entry accounting system makes sure that you don't have any discrepancies. It is not like you forgot taking money out of your bank and you paid it to somebody. Double accounting system does take care of those things. So GNU Cache is one of the uh, freeware open source system that I have used for many, many years. I have used it in my personal accounting as well as in my business dealings as well. It is available on many platforms. That's another good thing about GNU Cache. You can run it on Windows and Linux and Mac, and whichever platform you utilize. And it gives you built-in reporting, like I have listed some of these here: profit and loss statement, income statements, and so on. So it makes it very easy for you at the end of the year when you are doing, for example, end of year closing and you are paying taxes and so on and so forth. It has other options for creating invoices and recurring transactions as well. So this would be something that would be useful for you. If you're using any other accounting system for managing your money, I would say just explore this one, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it, and you have some other system to manage your money, and that would be perfectly fine. Okay, so for marketing, I'm going to give you some ideas, common tools that people use for marketing. YouTube, I think this is one of the things that everybody in the startup business should be using. Like even for these presentations, Aspire is using YouTube. They are recording these presentations. They are putting these on YouTube so that people who could not attend or could not join, they can later on watch these one. I would strongly suggest that you create your own YouTube channel for your product or for your organization. Uh, the important thing, if you do that, is going to be that you should not be like um, put something there and then forget about it. Creating a YouTube channel and making it popular requires that you frequently update, you add new content, and so on. And it's very useful if you have, like, let's say, demos of your product. YouTube channel is one of the best ways you can put your demos out there, so you don't have to go to people individually all the time. And one of the best thing about YouTube is that pretty much any type of website that you're creating, doesn't matter which tools or content management software you're using, YouTube is almost integratable with all of them. So you can have your videos over there and you can integrate with your website. Next thing about marketing is podcast. And podcast is another very good marketing tool. I myself use this tool called Buzzsprout. With Buzzsprout, what you can do is you can record, for example, on Zoom, you can record a meeting, and then uh, you can turn it into a podcast. Buzzsprout helps you not only publish it on, not only turn your recording into podcast, but also publish it on a lot of different channels. As you can see on the right hand side, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. You just pick those channels and you can publish your podcast on all of those. Um, as I said, I myself use it. It's very useful. It's very easy, and it gives you, it saves you a lot of time. So you don't have to deal with any one of these podcast channels, and it does everything in the back end. The only advice that I would give you about creating podcasts, that don't make these podcasts only relevant to your product or service. Think about how you're going to create value for people to give them new ideas in the industry. So let's say if you are in marketing and industry, your your product is relevant to marketing. So don't think about only talking about your own product, but think about uh, how marketing is done, what is happening, what are their new tools, how people can do marketing better for their organization. So think about a little bit broader category when you're creating these podcasts. And you can probably spend like 15-20% of time on your product as well, but make it about the topic, not about your product. LinkedIn and Facebook pages, free marketing. If anybody is not utilizing and have not created LinkedIn and Facebook pages for their product and their organization, I would strongly suggest doing that. On the right hand side, for example, Accenture is a very large consulting company. They have their page, and you should have your page. It is free. It's a free publicity, and make sure that you keep on updating your page on LinkedIn and Facebook.
काइंडली म्यूट करें अपना माइक.
जी, अगर आप कोई सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे तो आप अपना माइक म्यूट रखें. Buffer, this is another online system. Again, I am giving all of these tips because I have used all of these systems by myself. अगर आप publish करना चाह रहे हैं content on multiple channels, like आपने एक post करनी है Twitter के ऊपर भी post करनी है, Facebook के ऊपर भी करनी है, LinkedIn के ऊपर भी करनी है, and other channels. So Buffer is an online system where you can create your post and you can select which channels you want to post it, at what time you want to post it, and Buffer does all of that in the background. So again, very good time saving for everybody. You don't have to go to LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram or whatever channel you want to utilize. Buffer does all of that for you. You just create your post, create a schedule. Let's say अगर आपने सुबह को 8 बजे चीज़ें पोस्ट करनी है तो Buffer will post it exactly at the time that you want it to post, and so on. So again, time saver, useful. If you're not using it, I would strongly suggest use it. Okay, next thing, project management. ये एक common चीज़ है जो startups के लिए ज़रूरी है. Let's say अगर आप 3 लोग काम कर, even if you are a single person working on your idea at this time. Trello is an online system. I use it. We have used it for Aspire. We have used it for other projects as well. So Trello has this concept of creating boards and cards. So if you, for example, look at this diagram, you would see there's one column, and in their language they call it Kanbans. So there's up next. So you're looking at all of the tasks that you want to do next, and then The middle one, you have current projects, and on the right hand side, you have completed projects or completed items, things. You can call these anything, but the basic idea is you create these small cards. Each card is a task. That task is assigned to somebody, and if you have 5 people, 10 people, 3 people in a team, everybody knows what are the tasks that are in progress, what are the tasks that are completed, what is upcoming, and we need to do next. And they can work on their cards and they can make updates. So everybody knows what everybody is working on and what is assigned. Very, very useful. I would strongly suggest, if you are not using Trello or something similar, do start using it. It would streamline your collaboration and your projects. Okay. Next one is Slack. I'm sure most of the people are already using Slack. This is for communication and exchanging ideas and creating channels, so you can organize your conversation. Slack में not only you can organize conversation internally, अगर आप अपनी organization से बाहर, जैसे कि अपने customer से बात कर रहे हैं, तो you can create channel for your customers as well. The best thing, one of the best thing that I have started using it recently um, is their instant meetings. And their instant meetings, they're calling it huddles. And basically, if you're looking at a message, somebody sends you a message, and you say, okay, it's too much to reply the message in typing. So you can just click on a button and you can have a voice call or video call with that person. You can share screens and things like that. Very, very easy, very quick, very convenient tool. So again, if you're not using Slack for communication, I would strongly suggest do that. Customer calls, you can schedule I schedule customer calls with Google Calendar, by the way, but I have seen many other people using Calendly. This is another good tool. You can schedule online customer calls, very handy, very easy. People can look at your calendar and find out when you are available, and when they are available, they can schedule these calls online. So very good scheduling tool. Last thing that I want to share with you, this is something that I have not used personally, but I know other people um, and our own um, Aspire members who have used it, and they have recommended this app called ClickUp. Um, it has a number of options, so you can create tasks, you can do chat, and there are things like calendar and so on. So there are many, many things that you would do from day-to-day perspective in managing your business. And most of those things are available in this ClickUp app. So if you want to try it, take a look into it. I think this may be useful for some people who are looking for like a platform approach. As I mentioned initially, like Google Suite is a platform approach where you have a lot of options within one vendor. ClickUp is one of those things where you have a lot of options that you do on a day-to-day basis, and you can do all of these things inside one app. So those are all of the tools that I wanted to talk to you about. At the end, I just want to share one or two things from priority perspective. So number one, as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to use all of those tools. I would suggest pick like 2, 3. If there's a platform approach, pick like one platform that you want to utilize, and prioritize about what is the most relevant for you, what is the most useful for you, or think about which problem is the biggest problem for you that you want to solve. So, so prioritize. So number one, nobody should be using multiple tools, a lot of tools, because learning and maintaining all of those tools for everybody in your startup group could be a problem. Second thing is, um, which ties into the first one that I said, that master some of these tools. So learn all of the functionality and every useful way these tools could be utilized. Using one tool in a perfect way is much better than using 3 tools, but like very suboptimal or infrequently. So pick just few tools, master them, and learn all of the functionality so you can utilize to their full extent. Third thing, regularly evaluate the tools that you are using. Sometimes new tools come in and they are more effective, and you want to just switch from the old tools that you have been using to the new ones. So keep your options open. And last but not the least, just like you want to be adaptable to the market when you're building your products and services, similarly be adaptable to your tools as well. So that's all I had. How much time? So we still have like 15 minutes. So you can go through some question answer, and let me stop sharing and let's see what questions you have.
ऑलराइट सर, बहुत ही अच्छा और टू द पॉइंट सेशन रहा। हम थोड़ा Q&A सेशन की तरफ चलते हैं और कुछ क्वेरीज